Hello, it's Dumplet here. Welcome to a collaboration project between Dumplet and Studies Mathverse on Thailand International Math Olympiad questions. For today, find the remainder when 1439 raised to 2021 is divided by 24. As usual, pause this video if you'd like to give this item a try. But if you're done, let us dive into the solution. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue. We're going to do some nice pattern finding here. So I'm going to tell you for now that 1439, it leaves a remainder of 23 if I divide it by 24. 1439 squared, that leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 24. Alright, you might want to try to do this one, just a simple pattern finding. Now, if you can't seem to get the pattern yet, I'm going to show you two more. 1439 cubed, that leaves a remainder of 23 when divided by 24, and 1439 raised to 4, it leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by 24. So with this pattern, what's the remainder when 1439 raised to 2021 is divided by 24? We'll come back to this later, and at the end of the video, we'll be showing you I'll be showing you the answer to this one. Now, let's try a more formal approach by showing you a nice property in modulo, because when we talk about remainders, we're technically doing modulo. In this case, we're taking the remainder when 1439 raised to 2021 is divided by 24. So technically, we're doing everything under mod 24. So we'll introduce the following property. 1439, if that's equal to, if it's congruent to k modulo 24, if I raise both sides to any power, in this case, let's just raise to 2021, but just know that I can raise it to any power. So if I raise it to, any integer power, obviously. So 1439 raised to 2021, that's going to be congruent to k raised to 2021 modulo 24. Now, let's try to make some nice observations here because, well, I can tell you that 24 times 60, it's actually equal to 1,440. So, and I also gave you a while ago that 1,429, it leaves a remainder of 23 when divided by 24. So for the k here, I can make k here equal to 23. Now if k equals 23, I can kind of reduce the given question to solving this instead. So what's the remainder when 23 raised to 2021 is divided by 24? But then again, since we're working under mod 24, we can do a little bit better. Because instead of getting 23, yes, the remainder is 23, but in modulo terms, we can also say that it is congruent to negative 1 under modulo 24. Again, 23, how do I get negative 1 from 23? Just subtract 24 from it. So negative 1 mod 24. Now, why do I want to do that though? Because if I raise it to 2021 now, so if I have negative 1 raised to 2021, I know that this just gives me negative 1. So from our property, and just a little bit of simplification here, 1439 raised to 2021, if I divide it by 24, I get a remainder of negative 1. Okay, that doesn't make sense, but we kind of have to do our properties of modulo, our properties of modulo again. Since we're working under modulo 24, I can just say that negative 1 is just the same as saying 23 modulo 24. Now, we can read this a little bit more clearly now. 1439 raised to 2029, raised to 2021, it leaves a remainder of 23 when divided by 24. And that is going to be the answer to this question. So, when we deal with modulo, or like remainders, we can always apply this property. Now, you guys can look up the proof for this, but I'm just going to tell you, you might want to try to get the proof yourself. It's just the concept of the binomial expansion, because, the binomial theorem, because you can write 1439 raised to 2021 as 1440 minus 1 raised to 2021. You might want to expand this and see what happens. So Hopefully you guys learned something new from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!